Jeremy, you playing basketball? You hooping?
I did in 5th grade.
You did?
So that was about it.
That was the only time you held a basketball?
I mean, no, but like...
The last time you had a basketball?
Like professionally, I guess, was like in 5th grade. Other than that, I mean, me and my brothers used to go to Malone all the time and hoop up there.
Zach, what about you?
Last time I played organized basketball was 8th grade, and I was there for rebounds, defense, and hustle.
That's it?
I could sink a foul shot if I needed to. In the clutch, I could hit a foul shot, but I'll get the ball and give it to someone else that can score better. But
Coach,
I'm a hustler, I'm a rebound.
Let me ask you a question, Coach. So, in the early days playing basketball, you always had that one great moment, like in the elementary days when you played ball. What was your favorite sports memory?
Elementary?
Yeah.
Man, that was 30-some years ago.
or whatever, like a young memory with basketball. Because like every time I think of you, I feel like all I've known you've always had a basketball. Yeah. Like it's been a part of you.
I would say elementary, man. I was in the 2nd grade, and back then you can only play in the 4th and 5th grade. I was in Mad Jits. I was begging the Coach Todd Brooks. I mean, can I play? And finally he let me and my cousin Jason So play. But just being able to be out there and play with the older guys, it was fun.
That's what's up. Zach, you was really hooper, huh?
Oh no, I wasn't like a shooter or nothing. No, I was a hustle player, and I was a hell of a rebounder. Like I could get the ball over the bigger guys. I could out hustle all of you, but keep the ball out of my hands.
I hate that it skipped me because my dad was such a great basketball player, and then just jumped right over me. And it is what it is. What about this? So you got that jumper still?
Yeah, it's still there.
You still there? it ain't go away, huh?
No, that's one thing that's not gonna go away. You know what I mean? I may be out of shape, but I can still shoot.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike, right?
Right.
It's like the legacy that you've left as far as being a player from McKinley, and even a legacy now. Like, do you think some of the guys from the old days could take on the new guys now?
Oh man, these new guys don't stand a chance.
They still got it.
Man, these guys don't stand a chance. No man, it'd be good though to see that. Especially guys when I play with, playing against some of these guys now. I'm definitely back with my guys. But
who would you put in your personal starting 5? Like all the past McKinley players, like if you could pick your all McKinley team,
man.
Who would you put on yours?
It's crazy because we just talked about this in the coach's office about a couple weeks ago. About the best player per position in McKinley history. It's tough, man. You have to go. You talking about when I played or
whoever? Anybody.
Shoot. Man, don't be mad at me, nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you know that.
Shoot, you gotta go. You gotta go Keaton McLeod.
100%.
I could keep him cloud at the guard position. Gary Grant, Eric Snow, Raymond Morgan.
Yeah, they smashing this new guys, man. You just said there's so many names, man.
I mean, like, and then you got to go like a Nick Weatherspoon. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's just a legacy, man. It's like it's so
deep.
many. It's really deep, man. Like, how does it feel as a coach to be a part of that legacy now?
Oh, it feels good. I definitely take it. I'm very serious about it. I don't take it for granted. I know the position I'm in is not nothing that you cannot play around with. I definitely love to be in a position, making an impact on kids as well as representing McKinley. I played for McKinley, came up, family members, everything like that. So, definitely take it, in stride, and trying to represent it in a good way. So,
who was the toughest coach that you played for?
Toughest coach, who was pretty tough. Coach Hoover, he was pretty tough when I played at McKinley. But going in college too, I played for my cousin David Greer at Wayne State when I was there for a year. He was a tough coach. At the college level, it was very tough. Because at the end of the day, that's how they pay their bills.
Yeah, right.
They're very serious about their craft, and if you're not producing, you're gonna get up out of there. You know what I mean? So, definitely Coach Hoover and some college coaches I played for.
You see a lot of basketball now this month with March Madness, and you see all these great teams and all of these like great players. Who you got your eye on for March Madness?
Man, look, my two teams are still in it right now. Who I got picking to play in the championship, Duke and Florida. I got Florida winning it all, but my bracket's pretty intact. So far.
Oh, you ain't losing on your bracket.
They're gonna get past Cooper Flag.
Man, Cooper
Flag's a baller.
Yeah, he tough, man.
Yeah.
He tough. Man, I just seen it last night when they played against Bama.
Yeah.
Beat them by 20. I mean,
And Bama's good. They ain't nothing to slack at.
Right. I believe they did, the game before they had like 25 threes, something like that crazy. Last night held them in check. So Cooper Flag, he a tough court.
So we talked about college. Let's talk about the NBA a little bit. Who are some of your favorite players to watch right now in the league?
I'm a big fan of LeBron, of course. You know, he's still doing his thing, 22 years in the game. Edwards is a dog. I love watching him. I love watching OKC with SGA.
Man.
That dude, he's tough. He's tough, man. I think he can be the next face of the league. You know what I mean? John Morant is still, guy.
Still got
to
it.
watch. You know what I mean? So, league is in some good hands. Tatum. Jaylen Brown, players like that. So.
LeBron, man, it's just like he's getting better. Like it's as long as he's been playing, it's like you don't see him slowing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been playing for how many seasons now?
22. Yeah. 2003 is when he got drafted. So we in 2025.
Dude's still going at a high level.
He's still dropping 25 a night. Like it don't make sense.
When you watch basketball, like, do you ever watch a player or something be like, man, I'll cook him. I'll give him some buckets. Like, is there ever a player you see that, if you was able to give him some buckets?
I'm always confident in myself, but I know his levels. I know his levels, man. These guys are in the NBA for reasons. But now I really watch games in the coach's viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching games, trying to steal different things. Trying to steal plays, steal strategies, understand why coaches are doing this at this point in time in games and things like that. So I'm definitely looking at it from a coach standpoint. I'm not a fan as much now.
Yeah, man. I love to see like the older players who used to play. They do like podcasts now, and they talk about what the NBA is really like. You hear about these stories, and I like seeing Carmelo on Brooklyn and 7 p.m. I like that podcast too, man. I just love like basketball. I just wish I knew how to play it better. Because you told me, I remember back at the Eric Stone camp, I had the shell toes on. You said you was a coach. You said you got on shell toes. I was like, man, my mom maybe got me these damn shell toes. No, I shouldn't be out there in that court with them shell toes on, man. If you could build like the perfect player using attributes from different NBA players, like handle, shots, defense, IQ, who would you pick?
Handle. Gotta go with Kyrie.
Easily.
Easily. Kyrie is a magician with the basketball. Shooting, of course, Curry.
Yeah.
Athleticism, gotta go LeBron. Knowledge of the game, could go LeBron as well. Just overall, as a player, Kevin Durant, LeBron, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, man. I like Steph Curry, man. I think it was a video. He made a shot or something, and it looked like it went in. It didn't go in, but it's just that ability to just shoot from the other end of the court, shooting the ball, and it's going in there. Like, Steph Curry is one of the greatest shooters to me. Like, do you think he's the GOAT in regards to three-point shot or just as a player in general?
Oh, gotta be shooting for sure. 3-point shooting. He's I've never seen anything like it. Coming up, you watch Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, players like that. But the way that he shoots the ball, at the high clip he shoots it, and then coming off screens, like you said, shooting it from deep. And things like that, man, it got to be Steph Curry.
Yeah. We talked about it downstairs, and I asked your opinion of it, but what was happening with this All-Star game this past year?
Terrible. I don't know. I watched it for like maybe 5-10 minutes to turn it off. Like, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they get it back to, how I used to be back in the, coming up in the 90s, early 2000s.
I remember being excited to watch All-Star Weekend on TV, man. Seeing all the players, like, on the court chilling. It just seemed like now it was just kind of out of place. Like, it was so many different things going on. If anything, the celebrity game was better than the actual All-Star game.
Right.
Because Kevin Hart, he's always playing and doing something silly, man. I didn't know Kevin Hart could hoop a little bit.
He got a little clip to him.
Got a little bit. Yeah.
I just need a lower rim for him.
Nah, man, that's good. But as you see, man, we have Coach Sean Weatherspoon here on the Say What You Mean podcast, episode 173. Thank you for joining us on this show, man. It's going to be a good episode. We're going to talk about what you've been doing, man, because you've been doing a lot of good things, man.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Federal League Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thank
brother.
you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
One of the many trophies that you got from the family until now. You probably got a whole trophy room, man. It's just all greatness.
No.
So, you got any questions for him before we go on the break?
So I was gonna ask. So I know you're a real humble guy, but I need you to be not humble for 1 second.
A little hard for
So
me.
like, what kind of what did you bring to McKinley this year that really you kind of instilled in these kids that really kind of pushed them to the next level? Because they were kind of struggling for a few years, and you brought them in. You had a nice little playoff run. You got federally Coach of the Year. So what did you bring to the table that kind of helped flip this program? And it's still a work in progress. We understand, but you got them going in the right direction.
Like you say, don't want to be humble, but I gotta be. My staff,
Respect.
My staff helped me tremendously. I'm not who I am today without them.
Mm-hmm.
But myself and my staff, try to preach passion. Passion for the game. Want to be a dog. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dog mentality. Competing at a high level. I think our players definitely bought into it this year, and like you said, got some pretty good success.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, man. Jeremy, you got a question for him?
McKinley's always been huge into basketball, and the community always shows out. How much do you think the community support affects how well the players are playing now versus before, just in general?
I think it has an effect. Definitely, we have these big games, the big crowds come out. Players want to perform at a higher level than usual. The community was pretty great this year. We had some pretty, packed games. Jackson was pretty packed over there and at home. Glen Oak was always packed. Nations in our game with them was packed too as well. So, the community support is definitely needed, and it was pretty good this year.
It was dope to see the city be involved, especially when they were winning. Just see them at the games, like how it used to be. I remember going to the games and going to a McKinley game is damn, they're going to an NBA game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the level of play, the love that the city has for the Bulldog program, it's always a good time to see. So again, man, congratulations on everything you've been doing with the program.
Thank you.
So real quick, before we go on break, where can they follow you or reach out to you at on social media or get in touch with McKinley basketball?
Yeah. Facebook, Sean Weatherspoon. Instagram, S_spoon. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
It's
Coach
Twitter.
Spoon.
Yeah, it's always Twitter.
Coach Spoon 32. You can also follow Cam McKinley basketball on Facebook as well as Instagram, Cam McKinley Hoops.
All right, Jeremy, what about you?
You just follow me on Facebook at Jeremy Andrew or on Instagram at _JinjaNinja_1.
All right, Zach, what about you?
Yeah, you find me on Twitter and Instagram at ZWorthy68 or on Facebook, Zach Worthy.
All right, follow me everything, Jéan P. the MC, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok at Jéan P. the MC. Make sure you also subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/Jéan P. the MC. We are going to start a Say What You Mean YouTube, separate from the podcast, just kind of we don't confuse the people. But yeah, youtube.com/Jéan P. the MC. Follow the podcast on Instagram, SWYM Podcast as well. Subscribe. We thank y'all for watching and supporting us. Sean, you gonna stick around with us for a minute?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
All right, man. Jéan P. the MC, episode 172. Coach Sean Weatherspoon. Say what you mean. Peace.
Peace.
Say what you mean what you say.
Episode 173 of the Say What You Mean podcast. Jéan P. the MC, Jeremy, Michael, Zach, Coach Sean Weatherspoon. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good.
Thanks for coming on the show once again, man. We were talking about it on the break about the parents and stuff, man. I can't believe y'all really deal with that, on all levels. I thought it was Little League, because you see the parents tripping, but now you see them tripping on all levels.
Yeah. I mean, it's just something we sign up for it.
Yeah,
you gotta deal with it. You know what I mean? But parents want the best for their kids. You just gotta deal with find ways, to find solutions and move forward.
Yeah, leave Coach alone, man. He can only do so much. Keep my son in the whole game. He might be tired, okay? He don't want to play all the minutes, yeah.
Shout out to the parents, man.
Yeah, man, shout out to the parents, man. All love it, man. He's probably going to watch this what you say about my son on the podcast? Yeah. No, episode 173, man, y'all know what it is. We start off with the sponsors for the podcast. First sponsor being the Hub Art Factory. Shout out to Tim Carmody. Sean, what you think of this space, man?
Beautiful, man.
Yeah?
Artsy, a lot of different decorations and stuff. It's nice.
Come in here and check it out sometime, man. Shout out to the Hub Art Factory. Shout out to George Financial Services. George Financial Services is a father and son team with 35 years of combined experience. They are dedicated to helping everyday people. They have 30 million assets under advisement and are growing. If you'd like to talk with them, learn more, search Search on Google George Financial Services in Canton and book a complimentary call. Our second sponsor is RTP Sports, the realest betting group in Ohio. If the game is on, we're betting. Welcome to RTP Sports, the #1 sports betting group chat in Ohio, where real players link up, drop heat, and run up the bag together. This ain't no guessing game. We do our homework, we strategize, and we take this betting thing serious. If you're trying to bet smart and win big, you're in the right place. So shout out to RTP Will. Devontae Williams, a former McKinley player. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Devontae, man, doing great things. And yeah, those are our sponsors for the podcast. So, Sean, man, let's start from the top, man. What side of Canton you represent? I'm
a northeast, southeast type of guy.
Okay.
You know, grew up on both sides, really.
He said all city, y'all.
No, grandmother's on the northeast. Parents grew up on the southeast, so both sides.
Man, so like we talked about last time, man, Canton in sports, from the adolescence to now, man, how has Canton like affected your love for sports?
Oh man, you know, it's all I know, man. You know, growing up, you know, definitely knew, you know, wanted to play sports, whether it was basketball, baseball, football, whatever the case may be. You know, looking up to older guys, you know, growing up, you know, throughout these neighborhoods, you know, definitely wanted to play sports. That's all we did coming up. You know, especially in the summertime, you know, play multiple sports a day.
Yeah.
Always was, you know, outside doing something. So, you know, definitely played a big impact on my life.
Could definitely find you a pickup basketball game back in the days. Everybody was outside playing, man.
Yeah.
And you come from a family of sports, so was it always competitive amongst the family members?
Always.
Always?
Yeah, man. Always a battle. Always arguing.
Who was your competition on the family side?
You know, everybody. So Jason, you know, Jason was always good.
Jason?
He was athletic as heck, you know, jumping out the gym. Jerome was good. My brother Melvin was good. Legit was good at times. He's competitive. My cousin Jéan, everybody, man. Everybody, you know, we grew up with, you know, definitely was competing at high levels.
Yeah, man. So I want to ask you, man, we're getting into coaching now. Kind of bouncing around a little bit. What's the biggest lesson you learned as a coach that you wish you knew as a player?
Oh, good question. Probably patience.
Patience?
Yeah, man. You know, understanding that you can't, you know, turn over, you know, stuff, you know, overnight. You know, it takes time. You know, it takes time to build. It takes time, you know, to develop and grow. And understand, like, you know, game wise or, you know, preparation wise, whatever the case may be. You're going to have to, take time and definitely grow and improve each day.
Yeah. So you're not a new face in McKinley's history, but like, what was the moment as a coach that made you step back and say, yeah, this is why I do this?
Oh man, I would probably say over at Jackson this year.
Yeah.
You know, probably our best game to date. You know, guys played at a high level, you know, played together, you know, competed at a high level, encouraged each other. Everybody was in tune, the game plan, you know, and we definitely represented in a major way for the city. You know, just stepping back and say, like, man, you know, this is what I came over here for. You know, definitely, you know, want to win games like this in big environments and atmospheres like that. So, you know, definitely, you know, our win over at Jackson this year was one of those moments.
Yeah. How would you describe your coaching style? You like a Phil Jackson, or you more like I'm yelling at them, like you teaching them like how to be well players outside of basketball? Like, how do you describe your coaching style?
I think I got a good mix of different styles. You know, I can get after it at times. You know, depending on, you know, especially in practice, the guys going through the motions. You know, they know how to take me off. You know, I definitely go off on them. You know, it's been times, you know, but you know, I'm a player's coach. You know, I let my players play. You know, encourage them. You know, and you know, pick them up. You know, when they're down. You know, give them freedom. You know, to play their games. You know, and compete at high level. So, you know, definitely a mix of different coaches.
I like that. So, being a former player, and McKinley has his deep history, as we've talked about. What did it mean to you wearing that jersey back in the day?
Oh, it means a lot. You know, growing up, you know, like you said, you know, we thought McKinley games were NBA games.
Yeah, they were.
We thought McKinley players were NBA players. You know, coming up, watching the Keith McLeods, watching the Jay Keys, you know, watching the Dwayne Burrows, you know, players like that. You know, you wanted to be those players, you know, coming up. So I knew it was my time. I wanted to represent, you know, in a major way for my family, and, you know, also continue to carry on the McKinley legacy, you know, and win at a high level and make a name for myself and things like that. So, you know, it definitely meant a lot, you know, wearing the red and black.
If you could go back and play one game in your high school career, what game would that be and why?
Probably the state championship. When we won my senior year, I probably would definitely want to go back and play that. Didn't play my best, but did contribute in a good way. Help us get a state championship for the city and for the community. But definitely we'll want to go back and try to relive that moment.
What's the biggest moment between McKinley basketball when you played and when you play now?
The biggest moment?
Yeah. I'm sorry, difference. I apologize. The biggest difference. I'm sorry.
It's probably I would say the competitiveness. Back then, man, we competed at a high level all the time, in practices, in conditioning sessions, in summer leagues. We always wanted to win. Now it's a little different. Kids compete, but they don't compete at a high level all the time.
Right.
And that's probably our biggest challenge on a daily basis is trying to preach. That competitive nature, to get better, in practices and games and things like that. So, that's probably the biggest difference.
What's your vision for the McKinley basketball program in the next 5 to 10 years?
Continue to grow, continue to develop. We got pretty good classes coming up. We want to win championships, but we more importantly, we want to develop men.
Yeah.
Develop young men in a positive way to prepare them for stuff in life. Whether it's they go to college and play basketball, or they go to college and go to school, or go in the workforce or trade school, whatever the case may be. The biggest thing is developing them and understanding, building that work ethic, understanding that life ain't easy. It's gonna be hard, to get what you want to achieve in life and reach your goals. That's really the main thing.
Who are some young players on your squad that we should probably keep an eye out for?
Yeah, man, we got a lot coming back next year.
Got a couple all Ohio guys this year.
Yeah.
Reed Sims.
Shout Reed Sims, man.
Yeah, shout Reed. Had a great year, senior year. He made third team All Ohio. Mm-hmm. Anthony Shavers made honorable mention. He'll be back next year. Ed Webster will be back next year. Davey Thompson, Jéan Carter, Major Cheek coming up. He's going to be a really good player. Legacy Lee. We return a really good nucleus. So the expectation next year is going to be really high. Like I said, we had a good year this year. Everybody, banking on, having a good off season and building upon that, and hopefully going farther next year.
Okay. So let me ask you this: if McKinley wins the state championship while you're the coach,
I'm retiring.
I was gonna say, what's the first thing you're doing to celebrate?
Man,
Disneyland.
We kicked it.
Like, y'all see Sean at Jersey kicking, he was on the table.
Hey, we partying, man. We partying for sure.
You pulling out that old Dipset? You pulling out that shit? Yeah.
Old Dip, yeah, man. But no, man, it's that's what our goal. We want to get to that mountaintop. When we do, we definitely gonna celebrate it.
Go ahead, Zach.
I say, what's the key to keeping these kids bought in and keeping them level-headed because they had a good year? How do you keep them down, at a good level to not think, their shit don't stink, to put it kind of? That's
a great question and a great point. Just talking to our staff, that's probably gonna be our biggest challenge going into this summer. I understand that we did have a great year, but in hindsight, we didn't reach our mountaintop. We still got a lot of work to do. We got to continue to push forward. Continue to work hard. Be humble. Understand that you can be confident but be humble at the same time, and continue to work, man. If we continue to work, the sky's the limit for us.
I like that.
I like that too, man. So I want to ask you, man, with social media and you having high school players, is there a way that you tell them okay, no social media? Because there was a coach I saw, different sport, but he was saying he don't want his players dancing on TikTok. Mm-hmm. He banned them from doing that. So
West Virginia's football head coach.
Oh yeah, that's what he was doing. Yep. Yeah. So is there a certain protocol you follow when it comes to social media with your players? Because they're still young, what I'm saying? So there's certain rules and things that you don't allow as a coach.
Yeah. The main thing is just understanding that somebody's always watching you. That's an avenue that you're getting recruited off of. College coaches do look at your social medias and things like that. So, definitely, preach to these guys. Don't, post anything that could be harmful for you, going forward in your life. But social media is a part of life now. So I definitely want my kids to be interactive in it, And it's also some good things on social media.
Right.
A lot of college coaches now preach about what they look for in players. You know what I mean, or preach about what they look for players who they recruit or that they don't want. You know what I mean. So there's definitely some good points in social media, but also it's some things you gotta watch.
Do you feel like your players are kind of like your children as well? Like you have to take them in and you got to break up fights yeah.
These cats, man, y'all just don't know, man.
He said, "Watch Coach Carter. It's just like that."
It's never a dull moment. It's always something going on, but it's good stuff. Love being around them.
What's your philosophy on handling a player who's got a talent but a bad attitude? Like, how do you deal with that? Like that one player, he's good, but you just may have to just ring him up a little bit. How do you handle that?
Yeah, man, you got to understand, have the player understand that it's my way or the highway. The old school saying is my way or the highway. You could be talented. You can have all the game in the world, but if you're not gonna be coachable, it's not gonna be good for you. Not only for here with me, but going forward. So understand that you can have talent, but also be coachable. Be a good person. Understand you got to handle your attitude.
What's the funniest excuse a player ever gave you to get out of practice? Coach, my leg hurt. Yeah, man. Okay.
Oh man, I ain't gonna say it. This one was crazy. I ain't even gonna say it. It was bad. Actually, I can't believe he tried to use that excuse.
You can tell us off the air.
Yeah. My coaches watching this. They know who I'm talking about. It was crazy.
Every time every time you do this, just say you don't want to run or something, man. So, who was your best teammate that you played with at McKinley?
Best
gonna
teammate?
Put you on the spot, yeah.
Man, I played with a lot of them. I'd probably say Raymar.
Raymar?
Yeah. He, humble guy. All the ability he had. But still, was very personable. Get along with him well. Pushed us, to be better. And also, did what he did. So,
what do you tell your young players who have dreams of going D1 or making it to the league?
Hey, it's tough. Especially now, with the recruiting stuff going on, with the new rules in place, with the NIL. Kids don't want to leave school. Back in the day, kids, go to one and done. Mm-hmm. It's not happening anymore. Yeah. Especially you making millions of dollars in college.
Too much money, man.
Yeah, it makes no sense to leave, when you can get it while you're in college. Also with the new junior college rule where you can go to junior college for 2 years and not count against your clock. So essentially you could play for 6 years in college. So it's very, very tough. Talking to different college coaches, Division I coaches, they recruit the portal first. You got to be really exceptional in high school to be recruited as a D1 player. So it's tough. It's tough now. So I definitely preaching my guys, man, you got to put some work in.
If you could bring back one McKinley tradition from the past, what would it be?
We actually are bringing back traditions, that we did when I was there. But I would probably say that the old school tearaways.
Nah, man.
Yeah, them boys are sweet.
Yeah.
Them boys are
You
sweet.
still got yours, huh?
No, I
What do you want your legacy to be as the head coach at McKinley?
Just somebody, who pushed these kids to their potential. Pushed them on and off the court. Won some games, but in the process, it impacted these kids in the right way. Built them up into some good young men who are positive pillars in the community and winning in life. So, just being a positive guy, when I leave here.
That's what's up. Jeremy, got any questions?
Being like a past player, like a coach, like what's the difference? Like you're in a really close fourth quarter game. What's the difference between what's going through your head as a coach versus like being a player?
Shoot, as a coach, it's on me.
Yeah, it's my job right here. You know what I'm saying?
If I don't make the right adjustments,
right.
If I don't understand the right plays to call, I'll get all the blame. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's probably the biggest difference. But I definitely take that. I like that pressure. I understand. I study my craft a lot, so I understand different ways to adjust in game and things like that. So I definitely like that pressure as a coach.
Zach, you have any questions?
Yeah. So do you ever? So obviously this is only your first year as McKinley's head coach, and You probably second year. Yeah. So you probably plan on staying there for a good amount of time. But do you ever see yourself taking a step into college if the right opportunity were to, present itself and you feel like you've accomplished maybe what you've, a good amount at McKinley? You'd feel like in a good spot to leave?
Yeah, I definitely got some aspirations in the future to possibly coach in college. But my biggest hesitation with college is there's no job security.
Right.
1 year you can be at one place and next year you can be gone. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I definitely love being here at Camp McKinley. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Right. Y'all heard that. Yeah. He's staying. Yeah. It's just a question.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, man. I know. Like I said, we got a lot of great things coming up, a lot of great classes coming up. I love coaching with my staff, love being around my players and things like that. So I ain't going nowhere at Camp McKinley.
All right. So we like to hear.
If you could pick one celebrity or rapper or anybody you wanted to sit courtside in McKinley game, who you picking?
Oh, you know who I'm picking.
Jennifer Aniston.
No, I ain't picking no Jennifer Aniston.
that was
Holly Berry, man.
Sorry,
come on.
I thought you were asking me.
Who you picking?
Can I have two of them?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with a man and a woman.
Yeah.
All right, man, my guy Cam, Killer Cam.
Oh man.
I gotta have him at the game, watching the game. And woman, man, shoot.
Yeah, think about it.
I was right.
Man, we probably gotta go with Lisa Ray.
Oh man, you gonna see me there. You're like, yeah, I see y'all fit these games, man. Nah, Cameron be cool because he gonna talk about y'all and it is what it is. Right. So you gonna be like, hey, y'all better do good because he talk about me on this show.
Right.
Nah.
That's my favorite rapper coming up. So
yeah, he can hoop too.
Yeah, Cam had a game.
Yeah, man.
Go.
And Mace.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Are there any other celebrities out there that could hoop that you know about? Because I've been seeing a lot of people that say, oh, he can play ball.
I know Dave East is pretty good.
Dave East, yeah.
Hoop. J. Cole could hoop.
Bieber can hoop.
Good.
Justin Bieber?
He was in the he's won the All-Star Game MVP, I think, twice.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a pretty good shot on him.
People talk about Cole when he was playing. Cole's actually a decent player.
Yeah, he got a small contract before.
He played overseas.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that to my man Cole.
Back in the day, Master P could hoop.
Yeah.
Master P, yeah.
Bow Wow.
Yeah.
He was a hooper.
He could play. Yeah.
He's like, I'm smashing Bow Wow.
Nah, he's too small.
Yeah,
he's too small.
Yeah.
There's another rapper called Lil Dicky. He can hoop.
Lil Dicky can hoop?
He can play.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Brown?
Yeah, Chris Brown could play too. Yeah, he did.
Chris Brown can just do anything good. He can draw, dance, do all that. One last question I want to ask you. Who's winning in the game of horse? You, one of your assistant coaches, or one of your current players?
I'm going with me, of course. Especially if it's jump shots. Now, when we get to moving, somebody else.
Yeah, you're like, hold on now. Wait a minute now.
Jump shots for sure. It's all me.
Yeah, man. Well, here's another question I could ask you. Which of your players talks the most trash, and do they usually back it up?
Oh, Reed Sims.
Reed? You hear that, Reed? Hey, man.
That dude talk the most, but he definitely can back it up. Reed got game, man.
Shout out to Reed, man.
Shout out to Reed.
That's what's up, man. Reed is dope, man. I love watching him play.
He can play.
Any last questions for him?
If you could coach like any, whether it's like present or past like NBA player, who would you have wanted to coach?
I would probably say, coming out, one of my favorite players coming out was Chris Webber.
Oh, yeah. Chris Webber, cold, man.
I definitely like his game, how he plays, so probably Chris Webber.
Zach, you got any questions?
So I got a nephew who just committed to Tennessee for basketball.
What's up?
And what's something you would tell like one of your kids making that transition from high school to college? Was something you would just tell them to keep their mind on to make it work for them? Maybe.
Just understand what you're there for. College is gonna have different distractions. But understanding that you're there for a reason. To number one, get an education. Mm-hmm. And number two, you're there on scholarship for basketball or whatever sport it may be. But just stay focused. There's gonna be a lot of different things thrown at you. Stay focused, understand what you're there for, and just complete the mission.
All right, they give you one day to control the NBA rule book. What's the rule that you're gonna change? Them fouls.
Yeah.
Man. The refs need to swallow that whistle sometimes, man.
Just let them play.
Yeah, let them play.
They don't call it travel. Why you call it foul?
Nah.
Right?
I be wondering about NBA.
There's travels on in the NBA. In the NBA, guys travel all day long. Man. Travel, double dribble. They don't call that.
That's bad.
So you saying they're not really calling that like they used to? Like before, you hold the ball. Yeah, they ain't doing that no more, man. Which NBA player reminds you of yourself as a player?
I was an all-around player, so.
You could say Michael Jordan if you want to. MJ, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a realist. I wasn't that good, but I would probably like a Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom.
Okay. That play inside out. Can do multiple things with the basketball, can shoot the basket, score, can pass, can play defense. And so I'd probably say Lamar Odom.
All right. That's what's up, man. Any last questions before we go on the break? We good?
We're good.
All right. So here's what I want to do, man. I want to do a session called Peace Positive Point, where you say a quote, Zach will say a quote, Jeremy say a quote that means something to us. Do some shout outs and we'll get out of here. All right?
Sounds good.
All right, man. Episode 173, Say What You Mean podcast. Jéan P. the MC, Sean Weatherspoon. Peace.
Peace.
Episode 173 of the Say What You Mean podcast. Coach Sean Weatherspoon. Jeremy still trying to give Timken their flowers, man. He's still trying to respect their name, man.
Because Timken deserves it. Don't disrespect him.
Hey, man.
Hey, but you know Timken got a new school coming up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We do?
Timken Elementary.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not the high school, though. Nothing.
Start from the bottom. They ain't never satisfied, right? Come on, man. I got the elementary school now.
We only combined schools, so McKinley would stay D1. Just saying.
Damn.
Hey,
what did y'all do to you?
Right, man. What happened? Hey, man, we know this has been a fun episode. Basketball. We've been talking with Coach Sean Weatherspoon, man. It's great. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Grab you on, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, man. I got a bone to pick with these great basketball movies. We talked about it off the record, right? All these great basketball films, you know, Above the Rim, Sunset Park. What's some of your favorite basketball movies?
Like you said, Sunset Park was one of them.
Come on, man.
He got game.
He got easily.
Above the Rim. Yeah.
But there was one, right? Kind of pissed me off, man. We talked about this, man. So, Coach Carter, Samuel Jackson.
Coach Carter was going to be mine.
It was great. But there was,
awesome.
But do you realize that when he wanted the kids to get their grades right, he didn't ask for much, literally. He asked for a C average.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
And the town wanted everything to be burned. Mm-hmm. They were mad about a C average, bruh, to play basketball. Like, the bare minimum.
The bare minimum. You can't get a C.
That's turning in your schoolwork.
Right.
That's it. Like, you don't even have to pass your test. That's just turning in your work.
You get 10 points putting your name on the line. That's it.
Parents went crazy.
They went crazy. They went crazy over a C. They had town meetings. They had over a C. We was talking about that off the record, and I was just like, man, y'all got it easy, you know. Some schools probably make you go a little higher to play basketball.
Yeah. I know when I played, it was high. You know, you had to definitely get at least a C average for sure. But it's a C average, man. Come on.
I was mad about that. That's how you know before he came, they was just showing up.
Right.
They wasn't even going to school. They was like, we got practice today. Pull up.
Playing with D's and F's.
The year before he got there, they won what? Like no games.
They won one game.
1 game. Yeah. So.
No, they didn't win none because in the movie when he started coaching, they won one game. They was like, we won a game. We was happy. Nah, man. But shout out to Samuel Jackson and Coach Carter. That was like one of my favorite basketball films. We just talked about Above the Rim too. Above the Rim doesn't get enough credit.
No, it doesn't.
Other than just having Tupac in the film, it's like you got Bernie Mac, Marlon Wayans, Dwayne Martin.
Some legends.
Soundtrack was fire. Love a good basketball flick, man. But y'all know how we give it up on the podcast, man. P is positive point. We say a quote that means something to us. You got your Dr. Seuss quote, Zach?
I went away from Dr. Seuss today. I've been struggling to find new ones.
Because you said them all.
I've said probably close to 100 of them at this point.
Dang, man.
I'm sure if I actually dove into the books, I could probably find something, pull something out, but, you know.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. There go quote right there.
Today he went for the Junie B. Jones series.
What you got for us?
So today I got hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
What's that mean to you?
Outwork people. You know, some of the best players in any sport, regardless, they're the ones that work the hardest. Because you can get by on pure talent to a certain point. But at some point, you're going to have to really put that work in if you want to be the best. Like the guys like LeBron, the Jordans, some of the best, NFL players, baseball players, they work harder than everybody. So if you're not willing to put the work in, you'll never be the best.
I like that.
Sure.
Jeremy, you got a quote for us?
Yeah, it's success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
What's that mean to you?
It's just a reminder that success and failure are just moments in the road. It's not the end journey. Like winning doesn't mean you stop trying. Winning doesn't mean you stop working. Losing doesn't mean you stop trying. You know, just because you win one championship doesn't mean, you know, that's the end of it. Now you got to come back and do it again the next year and after that. And, you know, just until that journey's over with.
I like that, man. Coach, you got a quote for us, man?
Yeah, it's you know, kind of similar to what you just said, but mine is, you know, don't waste a failure. You know, you're gonna have some ups and downs in life. You're gonna have some failures in life, but you know, understand why you failed. You know, evaluate it, and then you know if that situation come again, you know, you'll win. So
I like that. And my quote is, great leaders don't just build teams, they build legacies. Throughout the episode, we talked about all these great men who've played basketball for the program. And I always thought that was cool because it's like, no matter what year you may have played in McKinley sports or what sports you played, like if you left an impact, people still talk about it. You know, I'm friends on social media with a lot of former McKinley athletes, whether it be football, basketball, and I love how they all talk about who was the best or who played who, or, you know, and it's like, that's a legacy right there. You know, the legacy isn't always NBA or professional. Sometimes the legacy is just having a name that people remember. You know, the Weatherspoon name alone, the legacy people remember as a family in sports, Snow, the names you've mentioned, it's like, that's what you do. You know, a lot of people think, oh, we just have to get them to the league. No, sometimes them days playing sports, it makes them great leaders off the court, right, off the field. You know what I'm saying? So I think about you, that's what you're doing, you know, with someone did it for you, and now you're doing it for someone else.
For sure.
So that's what my quote is. Great leaders don't just build teams, they build legacies. And I feel that's what you've been doing with this program. So we just want to have you on the show, man, just give you your flowers, man. And, you know, not only on video, we want people to see it. You know what I'm saying?
It, man, definitely appreciate that. Like I said, it's a process. You know, we just trying to impact these kids in a positive way, win some games along the way. You know, hopefully, you know, you build them up and put them in a position to be successful.
So what should we look forward to this upcoming season or next year?
Yeah, like I said, man, we definitely return a lot. You know, we're going to expect, you know, big things from some players, from the program as a whole. You know, our two 8th grade teams played in the championship this year and play each other for the championship. So that 8th grade class is pretty good. Our 9th grade class won the Federal League championship. Our JV was pretty good. I think they lost by 5 games. And then, you know, you see what our varsity did, you know, making it to Elite 8 for the first time since 2015. And only losing really, you know, three guys, you know, from our roster. So big things, you know, going forward. Just got to continue to work, you know, continue to stay positive, stay humble, and good things will come from it.
So we got to keep an eye on that 8th grade team for when they go to state one day.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
That's the goal, man.
That's something I've noticed with Canton Athletics is like, why I think they've been so successful in this city is because a lot of them grew up together. You know what I'm saying? When you hear about like Raymar and their legacy, how they grew up playing from young kids to now going to high school and winning state, you know? So it's like, that's the edge I think we have as a city is like a lot of us grew up together, went to elementary school, played Little League together, played outside basketball, and now we're winning state championships and getting all these great accolades in sports. So
it makes a difference, you know?
Yeah.
Those are kids you came up with, you know, guys you can trust, you know, guys, you know, that you have their back and they got your back. So, you know, you want to share those moments with those guys.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So any last shout-outs before we get out of here? Jeremy, got any shout-outs for us?
Just the usual shout out you guys, the pod. Sean for coming on. To the viewers, listeners, Chase and Dakota behind the camera. Nothing special.
All right. Zach, you got any shout-outs?
You know, the Hub for hosting us again, you know, week in, week out. Sean for showing up and showing out. I start my new job tomorrow. So
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, we out here.
Congrats.
We outside.
Yes, the weather getting right, too. Got any shout-outs for us, Coach?
Yeah, man, first of all, thank you guys.
Of course, man. Thank you.
On the platform, you know, you guys are doing a great job. You know,
Thank you.
Continue to you know, do what you guys do, you know, put people in spotlights, you know, to tell their stories and things like that. And also, you know, thank you to the community. Shout you guys out. Continue to support us, man. Continue to support McKinley basketball. You know, and like I said, big things coming in the future.
Yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to Coach for being on the show. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
I'm not going to wear shell toes anymore. You know, you traumatized me wearing shell.
Hey, shell toes was cold.
Yeah, it was fresh though, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Coach for being on the show. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Jeremy, Chase, and Dakota, man, for the work they've continued to do. Also want to shout out to everyone who tuned in and watched the mayor on the last episode. Appreciate the love for that. Shout out to Mr. Shear. Shout out to Christian Turner. Everyone who was involved with that. We were getting so much love and feedback from the mayor being on the show, man. So we just want to keep bringing on great guests. Continue to follow us and support us. It's our 173rd episode. We're not stopping, man. We're going to keep growing as a podcast. Again, Chase and Dakota, man, the work they've done outside. Jeremy, Zach, you guys been holding it down, man, with everyone that's been just helping with this pod. It really means a lot. I say it all the time, you know, a lot of people want to start podcasts and things like that, but it just takes consistency, man, and having things to talk about. And some people just don't want to stick along. Yeah. But I just appreciate y'all for just holding it down, man, and just being a part of what we have been building. We're going to keep building it, man. Make sure you follow us, youtube.com/Jéan P the MC. We are going to start a separate YouTube channel for the podcast coming soon. So that way you don't got to go see my music video. I mean, you can if you want to, but, you know, you want to have a hub just for this podcast.
That's a plug right there. That's nice.
Yeah, man, right. You know, we're trying to eat out here, man. That's all we trying to do.
That little plug you just threw out.
Right.
You know, little plug, you know what I'm saying? Little plug up there, you know. But, no, we appreciate y'all, man, for supporting us. Y'all chilling this Sunday. What y'all got planned, man? Y'all relaxing?
Chilling. Easy
Watching
day.
these games, man.
You got some games to watch. Yeah.
You finish this Final Four out.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't putting no money up?
Oh yeah. I'm a FanDuel guy.
Okay, you're a FanDuel guy? All
I
right.
lost last night though.
Hey, it's so funny. Like, I have a coworker. He bets on the games. You can tell when he like lost the game because he come to work like, shut up, man. Lost some money last night. You're like, damn, bro. FanDuel. He always say FanDuel. How he say FanDuel, you tell you won some money, I lost some money. So again, man, thank y'all so much for watching us, man. Sean, thank you for being on the show once again, bro. I appreciate you, man. We're gonna see y'all next episode, man. Jéan P the MC, Jeremy, Michael, Zach, Chase, Dakota, Sean Weatherspoon. We'll see y'all next episode. Peace. Yes, sir.
Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330.